Cancer, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Cancer Licious, delish, I'm gonna do your service. I'm gonna do your service and your reading from January 20th to the 26th, and this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, dear Cancer, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify your main challenge and get some final advice for you. Also, as promised, I have selected the winner from the 2026 reading of the Cancer from the comment section. I will announce the winner's name at the end of this reading, and I will pull some cards to give you a free reading for your questions that you ask. Thank you so much for your participation. This is something that I want to give back to the community, and I will make sure to organize those a lot more because you guys have been really good to me and I appreciate you. So let's see what's going on for you, dear Cancer. Okay, so your challenge, dear Cancer, is the Knight of Cups. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Devil. Ooh. Okay, you got the Devil at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Moon. The Moon is you, okay? So there is something that you're starting to see about love. There is something here that you're really starting to see about a connection. And the Knight of Cups is your challenge, dear Cancer, this is your energy, okay? Knight of Cups. You're headed towards a direction, you're headed towards love, towards a relationship, and you have an important decision here to make. We're going to find out more and we're going to see why this is your challenge in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the High Priestess. So some of you were dealing with the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I do see here in the recent past, as you can see, there was a very spiritual connection between you and someone else. Whenever you see, dear Cancer, the King and a Queen together, okay, those two as court cards, and the High Priestess, it does indicate that there was some sort of a powerful connection that you had with someone here in the past. I feel like that you and this person did share a lot of like mental connections, spiritual talks, spiritual conversations. Okay, and this is someone that also maybe was a business person that might have even had like a facial hair feature. Nonetheless, we're going to clarify this in a moment. In the present moment, you have the Death, the Hierophant, and the Temperance. So in the present moment, for many of you, I do feel like that there is a transformation that's going to happen in your love life, and this transformation is leading you to marriage. You're someone that you have been very patient for a long time with the Temperance. With due diligence and patience, I do see here commitment opening up for you. And of course, it may not happen this week, but that's just the energies that I'm seeing here surrounding for you. There is something here that's cooking for you in the background. Is going to be coming towards your way. In the near future, you have the Three of Cups, the Judgment, and the Strength. So you could be also dealing with a Leo or a Scorpio. So in the near future, there is going to be a realization as to how to make this reunion happen. Okay, with the Three of Cups, this does talk about reconciliation, reunion here. And I think that you just are very much well equipped and you're aware what it takes on your end to make this reunion and reconciliation happen. At the bottom of the deck, you could be dealing with the Capricorn also. So there is someone here that's still in your energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, the Moon. You could see this person in your dreams, or maybe there is a very strong telepathic communication between you and this person also. We're gonna find out more when we clarify, okay? Let's get into your Knight of Cups and see what is it that you need to know. So, let's get into your reading, dear Cancer, and see what's going on. I've been hitting the gym so good, so good. I did upper body today, worked out, ate, took a nap, meal prepped, meditated, breath work, and here we are serving and slaying. Okay, so Cancer, the Knight of Cups. Very romantic. The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Cups, and you have the Four of Swords. So this is actually about you, and this exact combination here is telling me that you're finally closing up a healing cycle. There is a cycle that you're closing up. You've been hurt in the past by a situation. You're getting out of that situation. You're starting to explore more options. You're starting to open up yourself more, Cancer. You're starting to put yourself out there more. You have been in the past stressed out about some sort of a situation. There is something that's been very debilitating for you. I feel like that for many of you with the Page of Wands, you're starting to really see yourself as someone that's very beautiful, someone that's very passionate, someone that's worthy of love. There is a fire that's being reignited within you, and you're gonna also start exploring more options. Now, when it comes to options, I think that there is someone very specific that you have on your mind that you still would wish and want things to work out with them. And that's why you are full of love. There is a lot of love surrounding you in this present moment, okay, in the upcoming week also. And, we're going to have the full moon in Leo also. So that is talking about like, on February 1st, it talks about your expression, your self-expression, boldness, courageous, being very courageous and just putting yourself out there. So something is happening for you. I think that this is an opportunity that you don't want to miss out on, and we're going to find out to see what this commitment looks like for you, because it's like you've been very patient with this situation, okay? And it's like God is rewarding you. Now, in the past, you have the King of Pentacles, and that is clarified, the Two of Cups, the King of Pentacles again, and the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords at the bottom. So for many of you, when you met this person, you did feel that this person might have been either your soulmate, your twin flame, right? Very strong connection here. You started building this relationship with this person, okay, with the King of Pentacles. So this was someone that was very earthy, very grounded, very down to earth. This was someone that was very stable also at a time. I think that for many of you, there was a strong sense of partnership. You were on your way to building, a very profound relationship with this person. However, this relationship came to an end. And the reason why it came to an end here with the Eight of Pentacles is because I feel like that maybe there was a lack of full investment on like someone here was not fully invested into this relationship. Also, for some of you, this person's job or their work or their business was intervening into this relationship. Now, in the recent past, the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Three of Wands, the High Priestess again, and the King of Cups. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Virgo energy. A lot of you either travel with this person a little bit, or you were waiting for this person. Okay, you were waiting. You kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think that this is something that also the High Priestess is twice here. So that indicates it was a very spiritual connection. Even though this person might have been physically away from you and you both really didn't get to spend a lot of time together, or there was a period of separation, you still could feel this person's energy around you. Especially you being as a Cancer, you're someone that you're very spiritual watching this. So you can talk to people through your dreams, telepathy also. So you're very intuitive. You're very, very intuitive. You have the High Priestess here showing up, okay? So the High Priestess is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Hermit, and the Knight of Swords. So Hermit, Virgo energy, Queen of Wands. I feel like that something here was revealed to you in the recent past. Someone started maybe revealing something about their past, okay? I feel like the person you were dealing with had a very, very painful, tumultuous, debilitating ending here. This is someone that maybe came out of a divorce, or someone that came out of a very broken household also. I'm seeing here someone's childhood being very traumatizing, if that's your person. Okay, so for many of you, I am getting here this person might have opened up to you about their past, or something that was revealed to you of what happened, because they could trust you. This person saw you someone they could fully trust. Now, in the present moment with the Death, Hierophant, Temperance, there is a transformation that's happening. There is a rebirth that is also taking place. So let's clarify the Death card for you. The Death card here in the present moment, dear Cancer, is clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Strength, and the Seven of Pentacles. A lot of you are closing this chapter. A lot of you are transforming. You're no longer dwelling onto the old story. You're no longer repeating the old story that happened between you and this person. I feel like that you are still seeing that there is a potential to rebuild something, but you're being very calculated. You're really looking into your financial situation with the Seven of Pentacles. You're really taking things into consideration, moving very slowly. You're moving step by step, one step at a time. And this situation, whatever has happened between you and them, the painful, tumultuous ending, it actually has made you stronger. It didn't kill you. It made you very, very strong. So it really molded you into this best version of you that you needed to go through that possibly for you to be the badass version of you right now in 2026. Okay, now Hierophant could be dealing with the Taurus also. There is commitment that's coming in towards your way. Hierophant talks about a commitment relationship. Also, you could be a teacher, you could be a trainer, you could be a coach. Okay, so the Hierophant is clarified by the World, the Sun, and the Knight of Cups. So the end of this cycle of you being sad, desperate, or frustrated, I would say, it's coming to an end. There is a lot of happiness for you, right? The Knight of Cups here, when I said in the very beginning, this was your challenge. I said someone is coming towards your way. And that is the Knight of Cups, the Sun. Could be a Leo also, or someone who has Leo in their birth chart. I do see here that this person is, there is a lot of remorseful feeling. This person feels like they want to make things right with you. Now you're closing the chapter to the past. There is a 10-year cycle you're closing up. And with the Temperance here, Sagittarius energy, a lot of you are also seeing that this is a situation that is going to bring a lot of peace and harmony, no longer dwelling onto the past story. And it's like an alchemical process. Something here is being alchemized and transformed. The Temperance is clarified by the High Priest, Hierophant, the Seven of Swords, and the Empress. Okay, so for many of you, I think what's really going to be, there is something here working out between you and this person, and it's the trust issues, because you didn't trust this person before. You did have a lot of questions. You did have a lot of, I'm getting a Cancer that has these question marks on your head. You could have also dealt with an Aquarius here in the past, or Libra. So for many of you, I do see here, when the Empress and the Hierophant comes together and there's a Seven of Swords in the middle, it's like both of you are going to face the reality and try to talk about the things that you didn't trust them and they didn't trust you, right? So it's going to be this very equal give and take exchange energy where you both are going to conversate and see where this relationship is going, where you guys are going to move forward. So this is going to lead to some sort of a reconciliation with the Three of Cups, okay? The Three of Cups here in the near future, it's a reconciliation, but you're not just going to settle down and just, be with this person right away. There is a change that's happening, clarified by the Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Page of Cups, and the Hangman, Pisces energy. The change that's going to happen here with the Hangman is to see what are the changes you guys need to make. There is something here about spending more time together, or trying to get to know each other back again, or maybe start thinking about moving in together as well. Now, this is a very strong soul connection here with the Six of Cups, someone from the past that you feel like you have a very strong connection with. I do see here in the near future an apology happening. Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. Someone is coming back around to apologize and to confess something. And I think that the main factor here that's going to make this relationship work out with the Six of Pentacles is that there is going to be an equal give and take exchange energy between you and them. The Judgment here, this is a realization, it's a decision, it's a resurrection that's happening. The Judgment for you, dear Cancer, is clarified by the Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Death. Yeah. So this is a reconciliation that's happening, and the Death here is a transformation of the wounded soldier. The pain, the agony, whatever you guys have been through, that is something that is going to be transformed and changed into something better. The Three of Cups here is twice. So it is actually something that you both have wanted to accomplish together, and you both have what it takes for you to actually realize that with the strength. And there is an Ace of Wands, and then there is a Three of Swords. So there is an opportunity here to actually have a brand new beginning with this person and work it out and invest your time and your energy into it, but you are moving very differently. You're moving very strategically and very slowly to Cancer. So the strength is clarified by the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Ten of Wands, and there is a Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. You are someone that you are super independent. You chop your own wood, you make your own food, you get your own stuff going out there. So I don't know why my nose is itchy. Okay, using your intuition. Okay, use your intuition is going to be the best bet. Now, for many of you in the near future, there is going to be a very important action taken towards healing. This is not going to resonate with everyone, but there is someone here deciding to go into therapy with you, or you could initiate a therapy with this person, or some sort of like a healing session. It could be Reiki, it could be healing session or a consultation with the professional or maybe someone that can guide you both into this journey together, okay? And that's, I feel like there is action being taken towards that. There is initiation of that. And it's something that, you know, you're going to invest into this. You have the Tower, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and your financial situation is also going to change. I think just you changing your frequency, really, you're in a better place right now than you used to be before. And I think that a lot of you, you're in the frequency of love with the Knight of Cups. There is something here that's going to really transform your life, like in all areas, you know. And you have the Devil at the bottom and the Queen of Pentacles. Someone is still holding on to you. And I think that there is a very strong sexual connection between you and them as well. Capricorn energy. So, you know what I'm saying? So there is a very strong, there's also a lesson here that needs to be learned, right? The Saturn, which is ruling Capricorn. It's a lesson from the past of you both not repeating the same thing. Now, the advice here for you is the Two of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Hangman, and the Moon. So the Moon is the card of Cancer Licious. Also Pisces here, we have the Hangman. You know, even though there has been a delay, right? There has been disappointments, frustration with the Five of Cups. You might have been exhausted, but the time has come for you to decide about this situation. And I think you are deciding that internally, that it is indeed going to work out, but you're going to need to trust your intuition with the Moon actually from like moving forward, right? You need to trust your full intuition because you're Cancer, you're very spiritual and you might have really kind of overlooked your gifts before. You need to really fully trust what is the right first step to take with this person. You might feel a little bit tempted, oh, this reunion is happening. They're calling me, they're texting me. It's going to be great to get back with them again. But this is truly about your decision to really see how much of yourself you're going to give yourself to this person right away, okay? Because you want to make sure that, you know, there is a lot of transformation that has happened in this person's life, tangible changes also. So that's why with the Two of Swords, even though her eyes are closed, no one is going to blow some smoke on your face, okay? Or sand or ash on your eyes. You're going to see the truth, okay? So that is the advice that I have for you. And now we're going to do the ask a question, get an answer. We're going to announce the name of the winner. So hold on, Cancer, hold on. Okay, we gotta hold up the community of Cancers because we gotta provide a quick reading. Okay, I want to thank to all of you for also your contribution and your beautiful presence here. Okay, so I'm gonna pull my phone up in a second and we're gonna see what do you need to know. Okay, so let me just reshuffle them cards. I'm gonna use this deck here. Okay, so your question here. So the winner was Lalisha McCoy. What's up, girl? So God, thank you, Arman, as a Cancer Sun, Virgo Moon, Aries Rising. What do the guides say for career and love as I have been in a twin flame journey with this person for 2026? Sending you my deepest gratitude and may divine abundance continue to surround your life. Thank you so much, dear Lalisha. I'm gonna get into your reading real quick. So I'm gonna pull a card for your love life, okay, first, and then for your career. So this is gonna be short to the point, but maybe that's something that could be a confirmation for you. So what do you need to know about your love life, okay, moving forward in 2026? So Ace of Wands, it looks like there is going to be a brand new beginning here for you, okay, a brand new beginning. Even though there has been a painful ending with the Ten of Swords, there might be a fresh start between you and this person, okay, with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands talks about also, it is a spiritual connection. Here is what I'm getting. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. It's clarified by the Star, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups, okay? And then there is the Fool at the bottom of the deck. So the Fool is the first card in Major Arcana, which indicates a brand new beginning, and there is the Star. So it's like that's why they say wish upon a star, right? So there is a wish that is coming true. There is a wish that's being fulfilled for your love life here. Seven of Cups and Seven of Pentacles, I think that wherever you left this connection with this person, I think there's going to be a continuation and a happily ever after that, because that's what I'm seeing here. you. Seven of Pentacles talks about history between two people, okay? So that's some really good news. Let's talk about career here. What do you need to know about career? What do you need to know for career? So Seven of Wands, you could be, okay, so in 2026, I think that there is money coming towards your way, but you are currently going through some hardships and some difficulties. You might be faced with some difficulties, but I think that's going to be for your growth. And it's like the storm, calm before the storm. Like there is something about that's going to all of a sudden come into your life. And the current circumstances that are happening, don't be dismayed by them, okay? Something about the month of July, the 7th month, you could be a July Cancer. So there is something that's going to happen in that month. You know, those struggles that are happening are temporary is what I'm getting. The Seven of Wands is clarified by the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords, and you have the Lovers here. Wow. So you want to do what you truly love. And I think that for career here, there is something that you have been feeling. Maybe there is a fear of being seen or putting yourself out there. You know, I feel like that for you, dear Lalisha, you are going to start executing an idea with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is someone that moves forward very determined. It's a very fast forward moving energy. So I see here you career wise getting out of a situation or maybe an environment that's been causing you a lot of stress, that's been very stressful here, and maybe you were also underpaid or underappreciated. So I see changes happening for you, and the advice for you honestly with the Knight of Swords energy, you're gonna need to come up with an action plan. And it's not really so much about the speed, but it's about the consistency. So once you remain consistent, okay, in your career, in your situation, like financial, whatsoever, you're gonna see that you're gonna gain a momentum here. And that momentum is gonna be way more rewarding than staying in a situation where you feel like that you're not being appreciated, okay? So this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this reading helped. Love you all so much. My dear Cancer Lishas, please make sure to hit that like button, hype the video, and comment below, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Take care.